I'm Ben Baczynski. This is the last part of the series, The Human Landscape. I'll be talking to people about their innermost thoughts and feelings concerning their place in the world today. I'll also be asking them very personal questions. Do their lives have any meaning? And so I'm to keep getting that line wrong again. Can I just pick it up from there? Yeah.
Sorry, did you just stop?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Same thing again, yeah?
Yeah. 1 take 4.
Ready, Ben?
Yep.
Good. Okay. Studio. Roll the tape, please. Sound, speed. Action.
I'm Ben Baczynski. This is the last part of the series, The Human Landscape. I'll be talking to people about their lives and their meaning. Sorry, let's get that better. This is the last part of the series, The Human Landscape. Can I just start again? Can you tell us more about the purpose and the meaning in your life?
I don't really know.
Yeah, I've found meaning to my life. If you're asking me, have I found some sort of meaning to my life on a spiritual level? Well, I think that's an absurd question.
So, Zabir, I'm just going to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Well, first thing I'm going to ask you is, you're a relatively young man, I know, but how do you feel you're...
Just when I answer the questions, where do I look? Do I have to look into the camera, or am I looking at you?
No, just you look straight
Okay,
at me, because
right.
the camera will pick up on whatever's going on.
That the world and the universe is made up of energy, and that there is energy. We couldn't be here without energy. And we are all connected by this energy, the earth and the animals and the sky and space. We are all connected by this energy. And that makes our souls connected. And once we die, our souls will be connected. We will come back together in another dimension.
Through evolution, over years and years and years, you have this, tremendous thing called the human brain that has evolved, which gives us, as opposed to any other animal, and we are animals, over any other animal, the most complex understanding of death, that we start asking questions, why are we here? Well, who cares?
See, my bed's here. Last night when I went to bed, it was in my bedroom.
Of course, sir.
And now it's here in the kitchen. And
Well, Mr. Baczynski, the PC's just checked out your house and there's no sign of a crime being committed. So, do you think you might have been the victim of a practical joke? Can you think of anything with anyone with any grievances against you?
Not really, not at all. I mean, I recently split up from my wife. I just moved in here.
Well, we all like to drink. Perhaps you've been drinking in the last 72 hours.
No, I haven't. And if I did drink, I certainly wouldn't be drinking that much that I wouldn't know what I was doing, like bringing my bed in the kitchen.
Okay, so I wasn't meant to offend. Have you been on any medication or anything like that?
No, I don't take any medication. I only get stressed like everyone else does. But this is ridiculous.
Okay, the only thing I can think of, sir, is that you've been sleepwalking then.
This gets from bad to worse.
Well, people don't just walk in their sleep. They can climb, they can move things, even furniture.
Look, I really appreciate your help, and it's very nice of you to come out, and perhaps we'll leave it at that for the time being.
Very good, sir. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much for coming. Thank you.
ask you one question here, which I feel is rather important. Would you say that you are afraid of death?
I'm apprehensive about death, more about how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, but it's not something that, I spend my time thinking about. That again is just a waste of time.
So people have got all these like deep meanings as into, what life's about and stuff like that. But for me, it's pretty simple, to be honest, yeah? It's to have kids, you have your family, and then it's up to your kids to kind of, perpetuate the next generation and stuff like that. Like, people think too deep into things sometimes.
No one has any solid answers. For me, meaning and feeling pleasure are very closely linked.
Well, I want as much time here as possible. And the people that are preparing for the afterlife, because they're, that's where all of their rewards are going to come, yeah, why don't they just hurry up and die if they want to get there?
It doesn't really matter what I say, because you'll find your meaning or your answer or whatever yourself.
Multiverses. The idea that there's more than one universe, parallel universes, whatever you want to call them, either stacked up, bubble theory, stacked on top of each other. What if there are absolutely thousands of different universes?
I love life. I absolutely love it. I believe that we're here for a reason, and actually we're here because we have to enjoy everything. Like, deep physical pleasure is what it's all about in order to feel you exist. What is the point if you're going to think too much? Because there are people that think way too much and find themselves deeply unhappy because they distance their mind from their body and soul.
Thank you very much.
And it's madness. They all have to be as one in order to feel alive, in order to feel happiness. Enjoy each other, enjoy the sky, enjoy the flowers. Why were we put here amongst all this beauty if we weren't going to enjoy it?
I think the purpose of life is to kind of, reprocreate, have children, is to continue on the process. That's what we were put on this earth for. I mean, if we didn't have children, then how would the world go on?
Again, I'll point you in the direction of the technology that we have in existence today. Okay, brain imaging. Okay, brain imaging. You can, on a computer screen, have your brain monitored and your different feelings, your different passions, where lust is, where will is, shows up in different colours in your brain. Now that has got to be the biggest argument against the existence of a soul.
Well, good afternoon, Mr. Kaplinsky.
Baczynski, actually.
Right. Well, good news. There's nothing wrong with you. No immediate sign of any danger, no lesions, no abnormal blood flow. Everything seems fine.
This sounds strange to you, but I keep waking up in my bed in different places, and it's bothering me a great deal.
Are you taking any medication at all?
No, I don't take any.
Prescriptions, drugs?
No, nothing at all.
What about work-related difficulties, like stress?
I'm a documentary filmmaker, and it's a stressful job, but
Oh, right.
but I've been doing it for years.
Let me just open your eyes. So, what do you think the reason is?
I don't know. What about this test you mentioned? That sounds like a good
Well,
idea.
as I said, this would take weeks. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a note. I'm going to prescribe something for you. You take this 3 times a day.
So, you know, I don't get this whole people that come out with depression and mental illness and all that sort of stuff, because you just got to get on with it. Like, people like me, we don't have the time to sit around being depressed and things like that. You just have to get up, get on with it, get on with your day. So, yeah, I have no sympathy for people like that. And, you know, they're taking the drugs that are just making it worse and stuff like that. To me, that's excuses, and, like, people who have got weak minds. That's what it is, yeah. People who have got weak minds and stuff.
Ben, here we go. Take 5, everybody. This will be where we're at. Bye-bye.
There must be loads of things that are happening that our brains, you know, for all their fantastical nature, you know, can't yet, you know, haven't yet evolved possibly to the point of being able to see. Okay, that's my hand, okay? Now you can see my hand. And if I move it slowly, you can see it moving. But if I speed that up, it becomes a blur, yeah? That becomes a blur because my brain can't compute fast enough its movement. Okay? It almost becomes invisible, see-through, transparent, but that doesn't stop it being in every single position at every moment, just faster. Well, what if the world that we see is just the concept of a limited organ? And as it evolves, what if we begin to see other things?
Your soul can be deprived of nurture if you just are using your mind all the time. And you can find yourself depressed or sick or just totally fed up with the world because you're not realising the possibilities that your body has.
Yeah, I believe in God. I mean, I grew up in a Muslim family and, you know, so I believe in Allah and, you know, I don't pray 5 times a day, you know, but I go to the mosque on the Friday when I can make it. And I think it's important for my kids that they kind of grow up knowing that there is a God and that you know, what's right and what's wrong. But again, it's like with anything, people just take it a bit too far sometimes. You get these people with, you know, you don't need a big beard. I mean, what's up with that? Like, they go around with their big beards and, you know, they think that we call them the holier than thou. They go around, they think they're better than you just because they've got their beards and stuff like that. And you're like, but no, because you might be doing your 5 times a day, but then you're, you know, fiddling the tax man and stuff like that. At least I'm working hard, you know, I'm an honest person.
I want to breathe air and I want to wake up every day and I want to increase my opportunities of human connection. You know, and I would rather get completely fucked than think.
Maybe you ought to get fucked then.
Cut.
Well, that wasn't very nice, was it? I pity people who feel that they can just be negative or, you know, push their negativity onto other people. I actually feel sorry for you. I really do, because I'm not here to hurt you or to sort of damage or change your opinions. I'm just being me. I wasn't always like this. I have been through some terrible times and thought that I wasn't gonna carry on, you know. I actually thought, Jesus, like, life is really crap.
When you look into the sky and you look at a star, that star might not exist. But the light from the star when it did exist is still travelling over all that distance to reach you. So you're looking at the past if that star doesn't exist.
You know that you can get help. I think there's something blocked. Your chi is blocked.
You know, once you're gone, aren't you? I suppose I wonder how it's going to happen. You know, what are the last thoughts going to... Yeah, and I like to remind people that every single one of us, unless you die peacefully in your sleep, which I think the odds are against it, are going to experience that moment when they know they're going to die.
You know, my dad, he's a bit older now. He's quite old, man. He's in his like 60s, I think. And you know, to be honest, like, he goes around the house. If I leave a light on or something, he goes off on one. You know, and it's like, chill out about the, you know, small things in life. But then if he does something, like he forgets his keys or something like that, then it's no bother. And you know, you got to think. But I just remember that, you know what? They're getting older now. You know, people are getting older, and you just got to make allowances for that.